it's Miss Calvin. Are you ready for reading time today? Today what we're going to do is we're going to work on making connections while we're reading a book. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how one thing affects another thing. That means how one thing changes another thing or causes something to happen. We want to see how things fit together, okay? Are you ready? I'm really excited. I have a really cool book here. It's called Animals of the Tundra, and it's written by Richard Vaughan. And I don't know what a tundra is. I hope it tells me, but I do notice that there's a snowy front cover. Ooh, I'm excited. Animals of the Tundra. Tundra is the cold, barren land in the far north of the world. So we were right from looking at the picture. The tundra is the cold, snowy land. Sometimes it is called the frozen prairie because the winter temperatures are so cold, it's hard for trees and plants to even grow. Except for 5 to 7 weeks in the summer, the ground of the tundra is always frozen. Oh wow, so from hearing that, it sounds like the tundra is almost always cold. They only have a short little bitty summer, and the rest of the time it's snowy. Animals and birds that live in the tundra have developed some special ways to survive in the cold land. All right, so we're gonna read about one animal right now. We're gonna read about the polar bear. And what I wanna do now is I wanna see how the polar bear is affected, or how the polar bear and the land cause each other to change. All right, let's see what happens. Polar bear, that's our heading. I'm gonna notice my picture. We got a polar bear mama and her little cubs. Okay. Polar bears have a white fur coat and a thick layer of fat below their skin to keep them warm. The white fur helps the bears blend in with their snowy surroundings. Okay, I'm gonna pause right there. So what I've just learned is that the polar bears have white, thick fur and fat. And the reason they have it is so that they can survive in the cold. Do we see how the fur of the polar bear is connected to where it lives? It needs it to stay warm. If they didn't live in the cold tundra, they wouldn't need that warm fur. Let's keep reading. Some of the polar bear's hair is hollow, allowing the warmth of the sun to go right through to their skin. Fur also covers the bottom of the polar bear's feet to help them walk on the slippery ice and snow. Again, the polar bear's body is affected or changing because of the snowy land that they live on. Do you guys see how that connects? Pretty cool. When polar bears are born, they are the size of a puppy. Oh, and look, and here's my puppy. So when they're born, they're the same size as Zara. But these polar bears will grow to be 12 feet long, and they can weigh up to 15 pounds. Wow, Zara, did you know that? Even though polar bears are very big, they are strong swimmers. Their favorite foods are fish and seals. Okay, so we learned how the polar bear's body is really affected and really changes based on the land that they live on. Let's see if another animal that we read about is also changing or connected to the land. The next one is the snowshoe rabbit. Ready, Zara? Okay. The snowshoe rabbit gets its name from its big, wide feet. The size and shape of these feet help it to hop on top of deep snow and to swim in the lakes. Again, I see a connection between the rabbit and the snowy tundra that it lives on. Its white winter fur helps the rabbit hide in the snow. In the summer, the rabbit's fur changes to a reddish-brown color to match the bare earth and the moss in the summer. Oh my gosh, guys, do you see this? The rabbit is constantly changing so that it matches the tundra, it matches the land. This rabbit's life is connected to where it lives. Oh my gosh. So when you go and you read today, what I want you to do is I want you to see if you can make connections between one thing you're learning and another thing and see how those two things come together. All right, I can't wait to see what you learn about. Zara, are you excited for it too? Yeah, Zara's gonna read too. Have a great day, friends.